you doing today? My name is Laynie and I am so excited you are here to hang out with me today. So I'm doing a 3-week roundup, if you will, of some hot new releases because oh my gosh, there's been so many fragrance releases lately. It's honestly crazy, even overwhelming, if you will, because if you're like me, if you're watching this, you're probably like me. You're a fragrance addict. You love all things fragrance, but like I can't keep up. My funds are not limitless, so they need to slow their roll. Because of that, I have picked up some samples and I have lived in the samples. I have worn them. I have thought about them, and I want to share that with you guys. So if you didn't see it, last week I did my review of Gucci Gorgeous Orchid. So if you want to check that out, I'll link it down below. And this week I want to talk to you guys about Cabana Sunset by Novatose. I will say right off the bat, I really am a big fan of Novatose. 1, 2, 3. I own 5 bottles of Novatose. So that's probably the biggest group of any fragrance house I have in my collection. So I do enjoy Novatose fragrances. When I saw that Paulina Char was pairing up with Novatose again, I have really enjoyed some of her fragrances. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And then I saw the hot pink bottle. You know I wanted to pick it up. This is not bashing Paulina at all because I totally think this is out of her realm when it comes to decision making. They did not do the 20% off coupon this time. I get they were giving away a body spray with it, but like your girl's on a budget, so without the 20%, I was like, okay, I cannot justify a full bottle blindly, so I had to pick up a sample. So today we're gonna talk about Cabana Sunset. If you enjoy fragrance content, beauty content, and a little bit of lifestyle content, make sure you click that subscribe button, join the fam. You won't regret it, and let's get going. Because I am a fragrance addict, it is so tempting to buy fragrances for the bottle sometimes. I mean, legitimately, I have stuff in my collection that I keep just for the bottle. It's not my favorite fragrance. I just love the way it looks on my shelf. The pink bottle makes my heart do flip-flops because pink is my favorite color and it is neon pink, which is so cool. So cool. There are quite a few notes in this fragrance. I was actually really surprised when I saw her release the notes on Instagram. There is lychee, strawberry, green apple, peach. The green apple, I believe, is actually like a green apple liqueur, coconut, white flowers, tuberose, custard, vanilla, amber, and musk. Sometimes I look at the, reminds me of section on Fragrantica and I'm like, really? Like, did you smell the fragrance before you put that recommendation? Because some of those I'm having a hard time believing. Anyways, the opening is so fun. Like, I am obsessed with that opening. I get a lot of the green apple in the opening, and I actually love that because I don't think I have anything else like that in my collection. It brings back scent memories of sour apple pucker. If you're not from the United States, that is a liquor, like a shot we have here in the US. It's like a bright green fluorescent liquor that is super sour apple candy flavored. I've never had an apple granita, I think is the actual note. I don't know what that is, but to me it smells exactly like sour apple pucker. I think that might have been one of my first alcoholic beverages I ever tried. It smells exactly like that taste. I honestly love the opening. I think the opening could be very off-putting for some people who are running to this fragrance for the strawberry and the lychee because I get so much green apple. And it's not a problem for me because I love that green apple. It is tart but syrupy. I can really not enjoy tart fragrances unless they're done right. The tart in here is done so well. I feel like I do get a bit of the lychee, almost the pulpiness of a lychee, that inside white pulp. I honestly don't feel like I get the peach unless it's adding like a smoother fruit. I wouldn't smell this and instantly go, oh yeah, there's peach in there. I can definitely tell there's like a jammy, rich strawberry. That strawberry plays beautifully with that sour apple note. Using my best sniffing skills and thinking of the notes, I feel like I can pick some stuff out. I wouldn't again smell this and go, there's coconut in there, walking by someone wearing it. But when I think about it, I can find the coconut in there. the kind of meaty flesh of the coconut, that almost a little bit nutty vibe, and it probably adds some more smooth creaminess to the fragrance. What I was really hoping to get in this fragrance was a very jammy, fruity opening, and I feel like that was such a success, and I wanted a lot of that custard. It definitely becomes creamier in the base, for sure. The custard note really makes the base creamy and yummy and smooth compared to that very in-your-face, tarty, syrupy opening. I've just got to be honest with my viewers here. The reason why I don't need this in my collection is this reminds me so much of Burberry Her in the dry down. Not in the opening. In the opening, I get so much of that yummy sour apple, but something in the base just makes me feel like when I'm wearing and I've really sprayed myself down in Burberry Her. And the musk, honestly, reminds me so very much of Burberry Her. Like, to have this in my collection would be very redundant. It might be just slightly a little bit creamier than Burberry Her because of that custard note, but it reminds me a lot of Burberry Her. And I love Burberry Her, but like, I don't need two of them. Have you guys smelled Cabana Sunset? Because if you have and you've smelled Burberry Her, do you see the resemblance there as well? This, when I was wearing it, I definitely think it has good longevity because I wore it on a shirt and then a day later put the shirt back on and I could still smell the fragrance on there. So it does have great longevity. The scent bubble, I feel like my scent cloud sits fairly close to me. Like, I would really have to kind of get up close and personal to really get a good whiff of this. I think there is a chance, like all fragrances, the longer it sat, maybe it would project more, perform a little bit more, but it sat fairly close to my skin. Again, sometimes my skin eats fragrances, so maybe it's just a me thing. This is a very ultra feminine, ultra playful, but yet a little sexy pink fragrance. The bottle is perfect for it. I just wish it didn't remind me so much of Burberry Her. That's a pretty big letdown. I wish I got even more of that custard in the base. Like, it is there, it does smooth things out, but I was just hoping that was really gonna blow me away in the final dry down. And the opening was so good. Like, if the opening stayed throughout the wear, I would need a full bottle of this because that sour apple is just delicious and tart and wonderful. But then you lose that. If I had to rate Cabana Sunset from a 1 to a 10, 10 being the best, I think I would have to give this a 6.5. This one did disappoint me just a little bit. I just had such high hopes with the notes that this was going to be something really unique and fun to throw into my collection because that bottle is so beautiful. Like, I thought this was going to be an absolute necessity to add to my fragrance collection, but it's not. And then part of me even wants to say, like, you can get Burberry Her cheaper on discount websites than you would get this Novitus fragrance. So for that, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Love the opening, like, love that opening, love the bottle, but she was a little bit of a letdown for me. So if you've tried Cabana Sunset, please let me know your thoughts down below. I would seriously love to hear your thoughts because truly there's so many good ones from Novitus, and I typically really connect with Paulina's fragrances that she's made. I was hoping for just a little bit something different. Let me know your thoughts. You know I want to hear them. Leave it down below. That is all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's little review of Cabana Sunset. Stay tuned because next week I have another very exciting review of a very hot and talked about fragrance coming your way. I'll see you soon. As always, please try to stay positive because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Mwah! Bye-bye.